Hey, everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, Elizabeth Warren's anti-crypto army continues to lose. They're dropping like flies. We saw a preview of this on Super Tuesday, where some candidates who aligned themselves to Elizabeth Warren started losing. And the crypto industry has gone on the offensive politically. They've raised an incredible amount of capital, over $160 million, and they're taking those funds and supporting pro-crypto candidates and running ads against anti-crypto candidates. And we know Elizabeth Warren is the leader of the anti-crypto army, but they are going to lose. They are on the wrong side of history, and disruptive technology always wins. Go back and look throughout the history of civilization. So who lost? Who in the anti-crypto army lost this week? Jamaal Bowman. And here Dan Spoler of the Blockchain Association highlighted the following. He said, Jamaal Bowman, one of the most anti-crypto members of Congress, was soundly defeated in New York's Democrat primary. And his track record, Jamaal's track record, is he voted against the anti-CBDC bill, voted against FIT 21, voted against overturning the SOB 121 from the SEC. He's a top ally of Elizabeth Warren, and he's anti-Bitcoin. This guy has no self-awareness. I mean, even his Democrat colleagues are smarter than him because they joined their Republican colleagues to pass FIT 21 in the House and to repeal SOB 121, not only in the House, but in the Senate. So this guy is an Elizabeth Warren crony. He's a brown noser for sure. I mean, just look at his track record, right? Well, who did he lose to? Well, he lost to congressional candidate George Latimer. So big win for crypto here, guys, and a big loss for Elizabeth Warren. Now, Fox Business, Eleanor Terrett of Fox Business did a great write-up where she highlighted this and also highlighted another key victory, which was in Utah. Representative John Curtis secured the Republican nomination for the open seat of outgoing Senator Mitt Romney. Now, John Curtis is pro-crypto. I'll give you an example. On Bitcoin Pizza Day back in May of this year, he tweeted out about the guy who bought pizza with Bitcoin. And he says, while the value has skyrocketed, crypto has become a significant part of our economy, especially here in Utah, where Overstock was one of the first companies to accept crypto payments. So he gets it. He's pro-crypto. Big win, guys. 2 major wins. And I think this trend will continue. That doesn't mean every pro candidate is going to win every election. Obviously, that's not possible, right? I do think a good amount of them will win, but it shows that we have momentum, we've got capital, and people are waking up to this nonsense that Elizabeth Warren is doing and with her gimp on a leash, Gary Gensler. Here, Faryar Shirzad of Coinbase tweeted at Representative John Curtis saying, huge congratulations to pro-crypto Senate candidate John Curtis on a big win last night in the Republican primary in Utah. Folks, we are winning. And of course, like I said, disruptive technology always wins. And Elizabeth Warren and her cronies can throw up hurdles and slow us down a bit, but they can't stop it. The genie's out of the bottle. There's no putting it back in. And like I said, disruptive technology always wins. Go look throughout history. Doesn't matter what it is. It may take time, but it will win. Now, moving ahead, this news was circulating today. The U.S. government has sent 3,940 Bitcoin worth $241 million to Coinbase. And the questions came up, are they about to dump this Bitcoin or are they moving it to Coinbase custody? Most likely they're dumping it, but this is not a significant amount of Bitcoin. It will most likely get sucked up by BlackRock, MicroStrategy, and many of the Wall Streeters who are launching ETFs. Here, Scott Melker gave some additional insights. He says, the government has been selling Bitcoin in batches since they first seized it, and they sold around $13 billion worth. So some of this is the Silk Road Bitcoin and much more. He says this potential sale follows a broader trend of government Bitcoin liquidations, including Germany's recent $170 million sale from its $2.8 billion reserve of seized Bitcoin. Again, nothing major. They're doing it in batches, so they're not like moving the market significantly. And I would rather they do it now because it will help us to bottom out, and then we're going to continue moving up in the bull market, of course. So it is what it is. Now, some huge news coming out from Mike Novogratz, billionaire Mike Novogratz, who is a Wall Street guy now in crypto. His firm Galaxy Digital has formed an amazing partnership with State Street. These are two powerhouses here. The announcement is Galaxy and State Street are collaborating to bring investors the next generation of digital asset-based strategies that will offer exposure to companies involved in the digital asset space, going beyond cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. Mike tweeted out, "We're excited to be joining forces with State Street to offer investors access to the $2.4 trillion digital asset ecosystem through manager-directed strategies. Expanding investment options beyond pure spot Bitcoin is where we see the next level of growth for the ecosystem." Guys, this is why I'm still bullish. We're still relatively early. The infrastructure is still being set up for these massive institutions. We still don't have full crypto regulations yet in the United States. So that tells you where we're at. Once we get that legislation through, guys, you're going to see more of these type of activities coming in: mergers, acquisitions, partnerships, global expansion, and much more. There's a lot of capital on the sidelines that want to come in. Some of it is starting to come in via the ETF. So I hope you guys saw what happened when the Bitcoin ETF went live, right? The inflows, billions of dollars. And just imagine when we have full clarity and there's no ifs, ands, or buts, or looking over your shoulder and worrying about regulators, people are going to pour in a ton of capital into this ecosystem. And that's why I've been telling you guys, I'm not only excited for this bull market, but for the 2028 to 2030 bull market, right? I told you my strategy: taking profits this cycle, reinvesting some of it, and buying the bear market dips for the next bull market. So I'm looking from the macro, guys. I'm trying to make as much as possible because eventually you won't be able to make these type of returns, right? The asset class will grow. There'll be more people involved in building, and the returns each bull market cycles are going to see a reduction. And that's normal because more liquidity, more people coming in, right? But if you are here early, if you're early to any technology, just look at what happened at the dot-com boom in the 90s. If you're early to Amazon and Google, right? If you're early to Facebook and all these things, you did well. Well, crypto is like stocks on steroids because nothing moves like it. And if you're early here, you can make some significant returns. Now, moving ahead, apparently Cardano ran into some issues where they were the target of a DDoS attack, but it was a failed DDoS attack. So just heads up here, there's not too much to share, but there was some FUD apparently by Coinbase, and Charles Hoskinson called it out. But just heads up, this attack was an attempt to steal staked tokens with no significant impact on the network's operation. Now, Coinbase came out today and said, hey, we're not going to execute the migration of the Fetch token and with the merge of Ocean and Singularity. I've been telling you guys about this merge. It will become the ASI token. I actually had interviewed some folks from Fetch AI about a month ago, and I'm bullish on Fetch, and this is one of the reasons why. But Coinbase is saying you're going to have to manually do this. And they said the timeline: phase 1, Ocean migrates to FET on July 1st, 2024. Phase 2, ASI will launch and Fetch will merge into ASI in mid to late July 2024. Once the migration has launched, users will be able to migrate their Ocean and FET to ASI using a self-custodial wallet, such as Coinbase Wallet. The ASI token merger will be compatible with all major software wallets. So just FYI on that. I need to do some research here to prep for this because I have the FET token, of course, and see what the next steps are here for me, and I'll let you guys know as well. Now, Coinbase also highlighted that they have enabled send and receive support for USDC on Algorand. And we see Circle is expanding USDC to multiple blockchains, which is super smart. You have interoperability on all the top blockchains. And today I actually interviewed Jeremy Allaire of Circle. He's the co-founder and CEO. I'll publish that interview on Monday. You don't want to miss it. We talk about everything, guys, related to stable coins, regulations, Tether, his vision for the future of USDC and stablecoin usage, and Ripple's upcoming stablecoin. We talk about a lot of things. So make sure you're subscribed. You got the notification bell enabled. You're subscribed to our free newsletter and so forth. Now, heads up, crypto firm Abra settles with state regulators over not licensing its mobile app. So Abra, has been going through a cleanup after they had some issues from the last bear market cycle. The settlement, which also names its CEO William Barhydt, so Bill Barhydt, requires Abra to stop making, buying, selling, or trading crypto to U.S. Abra trade customers and requires the firm to return $82 million in virtual assets to customers. A group of state regulators investigated Abra and found that the firm operated a mobile application for buying, selling, trading, and investing in crypto and didn't get the required licensing. So looks like this is going to be cleaned up and they're going to move on with their business. Just heads up on that, guys. Now, a great place you can buy your crypto is on Uphold. Uphold is a top exchange I've been using for years, and I've interviewed the CEO. I can vouch for this platform. You can buy Bitcoin and all the top altcoins. They have 260 plus cryptocurrencies. They're available in over 150 countries. They support a lot of fiat currencies. You can also trade precious metals like gold, silver, palladium, and platinum. So if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, check out the link in the description. Also, folks, don't forget to grab a copy of my book, Rethinking Crypto, on Amazon. Link will be in the description. Grab a copy to support the podcast. Buy a couple copies for your friends and family who want to learn about crypto. And if you bought a copy already, please leave a rating and review on Amazon. It would really support me, guys. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'll talk to you all later.